So today I want to talk about something that has been going on my mind recently. It's about adulthood. So as you guys know, I am in my 20s. So basically I am an adult, and if you're an adult, you know how hard it can be, and with responsibilities, or maybe every action have consequences, and or maybe debt, maybe a lot of these things that we experience as an adult can be a little bit overwhelming and stressful at some times. So yeah, let's talk about it. So before that, I'm gonna drink this Sprite, the lemon, no sugar. I never drank this one before, so it's my first time. So let's open it. Cheers. Ooh, it tastes good. It's like Sprite, but you add a little bit of lemon in it. It's pretty good. In adulthood, there's plenty of problems that I have experienced, and here are some of my difficulties as an adult and how I cope with it. Firstly, feeling behind in life. You're an adult and you see your other friend, they get married, they have a nice job, they're moving out to start a new life, or they have a nice relationship, and many more. But for me, it's like when I see people have a good relationship, and also when they have a good job, a good career, that is when I feel really left behind in life. Sometimes I don't really feel like I'm doing the right thing, because every time I see my old friends, it looks like they have a nice life, and me, I don't really feel like I have a nice life. And sometimes I'll be asking myself, like, is it my fault? Is there something I can do to change? Or is it something that I did in the past that made me this way? And I'll be asking all of these questions, and I keep blaming myself for all of these things. But then I realized that not everything I see or you see is the truth, especially on social media, because I feel like social media is fake. The way that people show what they have or what they do, sometimes people just show the nice things, but they don't show the ugly side of whatever they're going through. So I realized that not everything I see is the truth. Some people just pretend, especially on social media. And not everything is fake, even though most of the time what people show are fake, but it can be the truth as well. Something that they show on the internet, or when you see someone, it can be a real thing, they're not faking it. But then I realized we all have different timelines in life. Let's say your friend get married at 25. It doesn't mean that you have to also get married at 25. You can get married at 30 years old, 28, 20, 21, whatever age, because it is our life, and we have our own timeline. We don't have to follow a certain timelines that people have. So, you know, something that you really wanted will come to you. It's up to if it's gonna be late or early. But if it's late, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen. It will happen, but it's gonna take some time, And that's why I feel like you shouldn't compare yourself to other people when they have nice cars, they have a family, they have a nice job. I don't think that I should be comparing myself to them, because eventually the things that I want will come to me. It's just a matter of time. So I need to be patient, and I shouldn't, like I said, I shouldn't be comparing myself to other people. And the only person that I should compare is myself, because every day I wake up, I always strive to be a better person than myself yesterday. So that's why I always compare myself to myself, because I only want to be better than myself. I don't want to compare myself to other people and have this unrealistic expectations. And now I just compare myself to myself. Like, I compare myself to 10 years ago. Like 10 years ago, I didn't have all these things that I have now, which is an opportunity to do certain things that I like. And I feel like I want to be better than myself in the past, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, which whatever case it may be. And the second issues I had is career pressures. It's like when people pressures you from getting a nice job, like whether it's your friend or your family that keeps telling you to find a job that they think you should do, and they keep pressuring you to find a job that maybe you don't even like. And I know it can get overwhelming to the point where sometimes people keep telling you to do this and have this job, have this career, to the point where sometimes you feel like you don't even know what you want to do. And it's not a good thing, because now you don't know what to do, and you're just probably gonna follow whatever people told you to do. And for me, it's not really good, because in my opinion, people should do what they want, not what other people want them to do. And that's why I think it's better to spend some time alone to really reflect on yourself. When you're alone, you should ask yourself, what do you really want to do? What is your identity? What do you like? What do you want to do for the rest of your life? And that's why I feel like it's important to have some time alone. You don't have to be alone all the time, but maybe you can take like 1 hour or 30 minutes of your day to really think, what do you really like, so that I feel like when you do that, you have a better understanding of what you want to do in this life. But hey, who am I to say, right? I'm still unemployed, still finding, but I will get it. And the third things I want to talk about is relationships. I've been single for a long time, and I don't think it's a bad thing. Being single is not a bad thing, Doesn't matter if people tell you that being single is a bad thing, or maybe they make fun of you of being single. But I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think you should be ashamed of being single, because finding someone in your life, it takes time to find someone that want to live with you for the rest of your life and their life as well. So that's why I think a lot of relationships fail, because people always rush into a relationship without even knowing the other person. And that's why I feel like you should just be yourself. You don't have to be this fake version of yourself just for someone to like you. Because I feel like when both partners doing the same thing, that relationship is gonna be a genuine one, because you don't have to fake anything. You can just be yourself, and the other person will also love you for who you are. And that's why you should just be yourself instead of someone else. Just be an authentic person, and I think that's the best way to find a relationship, in my opinion, as a single man. And to conclude everything, I feel like it's okay sometimes when you feel overwhelmed or stressed. It's a part of being human. We have feelings, and not everything is gonna be beautiful. Sometimes it can get ugly, but that's the beauty of it, because it's part of life. It's a journey to be who you are. And just remember that you need to keep going, because life never stops for everyone. And even how bad do you feel, you should keep going for yourself, not for other people, not for your friends, not for your family, but for yourself. You need to think about yourself. It's okay to be selfish sometimes, because I don't think it's being selfish. I think of it as loving yourself. And the last thing is to have hope. Have hope. Whether you want to be someone, you want to be, let's say you want to open a milk factory or whatever, have hope that you will get what you want. Because in life, I think you should always have hope to drive you to be a better person. So yeah, that's a little bit of my thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna finish this now. It's really good because there's no sugar. But that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I just want to say you're not alone. And yeah, see you in the next video.